Start recording on the fucking camera.
Did we lose what?
I didn't record it. It wasn't recorded.
We've been going for an hour! Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pixel Junkies. We're playing, what is this,
We're playing Red Dead
Halo?
Redemption.
Oh, okay.
Yep, cut and dry.
Oh, man.
Podcast number 90.
Oh,
Adam.
man.
Number 90.
That's 10 away from
That was
100.
the year I was born.
Really?
Hmm.
I was born 92, which was a terrible year.
I always liked that my birthday's actually kind of coming up here, and I'm not trying to plug it or anything, but I always liked that my birthday was the same number, but then multiplied by 3. So it's October, so 10 times 3 is 30, times 3 is 90.
Yeah.
And that's one of those little OCD things.
Also, your birthday is the year. No, it's not.
What?
That was dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I was born on October 90th, 1930. Anyway, we're playing a little bit of Red Dead Redemption because maybe you live under a rock and didn't hear the announcement that Rockstar...
Various announcements came out this week.
Yeah.
Did you know that probably the biggest announcement of this week is Matt Mercer is coming out with new game tips for GMs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest piece of news I saw this week.
Is he involved in some show or something now?
Yeah, well, he's voice acting in a new game called Masquerade.
Oh, it's a game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is it's like a RPG style game. I think it's supposed to be in the vein of like Masquerade, Vampire the Masquerade.
Okay, so it's kind of maybe a spiritual sequel to that, or
a little bit. You're playing in a Venetian style world, and
yeah, there was a trailer for it, like a live action trailer for it.
Yeah. Oh man, you did.
The hell was that?
It was
Oh, it's coyotes. Hang on now, let me get out of my animation. All right, where'd they all fuck off to?
Oh man, he got hawk feathers. We gotta get out of here. Yeah. No, obviously, we saw the trailer for Logan this week. We saw a trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Mm-hmm. We saw a trailer for
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, well, that was
got an announcement.
Yeah.
Are we doing a recap here? Let's do a recap.
And then the Red Dead Redemption 2 got a trailer. Let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 first, I guess, because leave Nintendo.
We'll pop through all of this now. We got what else we got here? There was some DDoS stuff going on the internet today.
Oh yeah, the internet shut down today.
The Last Guardian has finally gone gold. We'll touch on. There's a couple games coming out. A little bit of Elite Dangerous. Is a very, very tiny announcement for that.
All right, well, let's get that out of the way.
NASA has some little news with the ESA Mars lander thing going on. You wanted to talk about Gears of War last week, so I popped that on the list. Samsung has kind of forced a GTA video to be removed. You can probably guess why. And
was it Samsung, you said?
Samsung, yeah.
Because it blew up?
Why could possibly... I don't know, maybe, Adam, possibly.
I also want to talk about... I've been playing Dying Light. Also, I picked that up for very cheap this week. That's a good game. I like that game.
Yeah. I was really kind of interested in that when the very first announcement for that came out. But then it kind of fell off my radar when the animation in that looked a little bit too rigid for me, so I lost interest.
It is a little bit rigid.
So that right there was what made me lose interest.
But I liked the idea of Dead Island, but I didn't like Dead Island because I thought the execution was poor.
It's too MMO-y, and it wasn't even an MMO. So
no, well, there's that, and also like they were like in this game, the zombies are very difficult to take on in groups. So you're gonna want to avoid them. And I'm like, but how? They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's the point. But if I understand having zombies be everywhere, but the game also has to let you get through them if you're gonna want to complete stuff.
Yeah.
So I like the free running because it enables you to like move around the city fairly quickly, and now there's still danger present. You're still fighting zombies every once in a while, but you know it's much better done.
Also, I apologize for not being able to follow the waypoint on my map here because the tripod this week is right in the way, so it's right in front of the mini map. So I'm just gonna screw around here. Anyway, so yeah, let's start off at the top here. Since we are playing Red Dead Redemption, let's talk about that. So for a very, 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 very long time, a Red Dead 2 sequel has been the subject of much debate, whether or not it would be a Redemption sequel or it would be another Red Dead game entirely. It's been on the cards for a long time. Rockstar have said that it was a permanent series, so a sequel at some point was inevitable, whether to just the franchise name as a whole or directly linked to one of the games. And if you remember, a long time ago on Reddit, there was an AMA with one of the Rockstar developers, and somebody asked him, what project are you currently working on? Or can you tell us anything about what you're currently working on? And his response was, really, dumbass? Really, 2. And everyone at the time obviously was like, oh my god, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. They're making a sequel. But I think that kind of flew under the radar a little bit because people were like, why would they make a sequel to Redemption? If you've played it, you know that it has a very definitive ending.
Maybe he was just really pissed off with the direction of the game. He's like, really? Dumbass? Red Dead Redemption 2?
But the thing is now, it is a Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, it's not like Red Dead Revenge or Red Dead Reloaded. There was a couple,
and there were a few, it's very hard to pick out what's true and what's false because there's all kinds of people making up nonsense on the internet. One of the ones that came out on Reddit that gained some traction was Red Dead Retribution because somebody apparently found it in the code through Rockstar social media what the actual image was labeled as. I don't know. I guess that now wasn't
you
actually
can't really
true.
Release anything. If I was a game developer, I wouldn't. Jesus Christ!
What the hell's going on here?
Get him, boys!
I'm shooting some criminal. Let me shoot him for you. There you go. I'm gonna get fame or honor for that.
You shot the pastor.
We was just having fun. Why'd you shoot him?
Can you imagine? There's like, we were aiming to miss, and you just blow them away.
We were shooting paintballs. Yeah.
I don't understand how that game can get a sequel because, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't this game end in like 1914? When he went into World War I.
Even time period wise, all right, that rabbit doesn't give a fuck. Time period wise, it wouldn't make sense, and narrative wise, it wouldn't make sense. Just because did you play any of these games? Have you played Red Dead?
I played it when it first came out. I can't remember if I beat it or not.
Did you own it or rent it or?
I rented it. Yeah.
Okay.
That was back when. That's a very old-fashioned sentence. Is what I'm about to say. Is that I rented it from Blockbuster.
Yeah. There was a video of a guy who went into an old Blockbuster that was abandoned. Yeah. And it's like ridiculous to see all the old movies and stuff.
Are they still there?
Yeah, everything was all still there. They basically just left the store. There's even just like candy in the trays and stuff.
I would have like just got a duffel bag.
Instead of fucking like 5-year-old candy.
Not the candy, the movies.
Oh, well, yeah. You just have to raid the. I think that was just the cases. The actual movies and all stuff were on.
I was gonna say, all right, boys, pack it up. Yeah. What about all the movies? Nah, leave them there. I don't want.
Fuck it.
I'm out of the movie business.
That's gonna take time. But even like this weapon wheel, like, it works very much how, like I was saying just before the podcast started, that this plays a lot like GTA 5. There's much more similarities between this game and GTA 5 than GTA 4 and 5, I think.
I remember watching an old Rooster Teeth video at one point, and it was, or an Achievement Hunter video, and it was the Achievement Hunters, and they were trying to kill a bear by punching it. So they roped through the woods for like an hour trying to find a bear, and then finally one pounced on Gavin, so they all surrounded it and started punching the shit out of it for like an hour, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, even when me and Andrew did our win point series in this game, it took us a very long time to find a bear.
Was it you had to kill one of every animal? Was it?
Well, we did our GTA 5 series was kind of based on that, which was kill 2 of every animal. There was an actual achievement in this unnatural selection to kill 1 of every animal and skin it. I think, or most animals anyway. And the one that we had trouble with there at the end was a bear, which, as we were ready to quit the series, one came like from off the screen and attacked us. It was great. What were we getting into here?
I'm assuming it's going to be more like a parallel story.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a prequel, actually, which is why I had an issue with the name, because it's called Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's...
Why not do the EA route and call it Red Dead Redemption 1?
Well, why not just call it something else?
Or like Red Dead linked. Like Red Dead Reloaded. That would work.
Yeah.
You ever load a gun? Guns are in the Old West.
Like, I know it's linked, but I don't think you need to call it something. Even if you gave it a subtitle like Red Dead Redemption, and like, I don't know, like Buttholes in the West or something. I don't know. I think that makes more sense than 2, but I guess that really doesn't matter. I assume it's going to be about the Williamson gang, which was John Marston's gang before this game started.
It'd be cool if it was like Red Dead Redemption, the Outlaws or something like that.
Yeah. Or like Red Dead
Banditos. I want to play Red Dead Banditos.
Even like a variation on Redemption, like Red Dead Redeemers or something.
Yeah, but then isn't that like a Newfoundland band, the Redeemers?
I don't. Yeah, because Rockstar called that. There's a Newfoundland band called the Redeemers. Copyright laws, guys, watch out. So yeah, I assume this is gonna be pretty cool. Which is fine. It's just the name's kind of stupid.
How worried would you be? Not worried. That's probably the wrong word. But what would your reaction be if you're riding along with this who's like, yeah, I've been riding in this country for years. Nobody can tame the Old West, but I'm trying real hard. There's not a thing out here I've ever seen. Ooh, rabbit! He gets off his horse, runs in the bush, and you hear... He comes back, his hands are all red, and he's stuffing something in his bag.
Is super echo. Like... I got him. He's coated in blood.
When you feel like, okay, man, let's just get the town.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer? I'm assuming you've seen it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It looks so good.
Was it your?
Yeah, I wasn't firing. Okay. That was you sent me a message. It sent me an email reminding me that you sent me a message.
Okay.
Thanks, Facebook.
I turned that off.
It looks super good. I'm really amazed.
Like,
I mean, that's why I started playing this again.
It's one of the best looking games I've ever.
Yeah.
I mean, we always say that, but this is the next best looking game I've ever seen. You know?
Yeah, it's like it's strange how Rockstar is like so satirical and kind of nonchalant about their GTA series. But then when you come to games like this, they're super serious about all the details and the.
I mean, even this game looks good. And this came out in what, 2010?
2010, yeah. And it does look really
amazing.
Good. The only real drawback to this version, this is playing on Xbox One backwards compatibility right now. Actually, I'll hitch my horse so it doesn't keep running around. Is the resolution? I believe it's running in 720, which looks awful on a modern screen. It probably won't look too bad in the video because YouTube compresses the video a lot. But
what was it? What's on the sign just above the door? Hot and I thought it said hot and gold. I'm like, what? He comes like, I'd like a gold bath, please. And somebody's just throwing coins. He's like, Jesus. Ah! Get clean. You get that penny smell on you. I feel dirtier than ever.
What we got here? I'll just sell all my shit. Anyway, I'm super looking forward to that now. It's time that they came out with another one.
There's not really any good cowboy games, you know what I mean? Besides Red Dead.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a shortage.
The only other one I can think of is Call of Juarez, and that hasn't had...
You know, like modern cowboy stuff.
Yeah.
I think Westworld maybe is sort of... I've seen some...
well, I mean, a game, though.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen like some comments saying like Westworld now it's giving me the itch, you know? Like, I need a game where I can play in the Old West again, and then we get the RDR2 announcement, which is awesome because
there's a comic book series I want to read called East of West, and it takes place in the future, and the plot is it's a mixture of high technology and kind of like spiritual, not spiritual, but like mythology, and the Civil War never ended. The Civil War continues on to this day. So the American West was never really conquered. And so there's still like this wild frontier out in the middle of nowhere. There's a bunch of like demons and like spirits and spookums and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, looks and you know, I've been getting the Western vibe lately, because I know what you said, not necessarily from Westworld, but AMC has has like a Western Saturday, so like every Saturday they have like a Western movie marathon.
Oh,
So I sat down and watched it. And I watched Big Jake, Little Jake, and I watched that other one I really like. John Wayne. He's in a fort. I forget what that's called. That's a good one. And
Texas Walker Ranger.
Oh yeah, that's
Walker,
it.
Texas Ranger.
And just watching stuff like that kind of puts me in the mood for that kind of this kind of game, palling around. So I'll definitely I should pick this game up because I did play. I got most of the. I can't remember if I got most of the way through or beat it. But I remember enjoying it immensely.
Yeah. I'm probably enjoying this more now than I did when I originally played through it. I don't know why. I guess I just have more of a tolerance, or I'm more patient now than I was back then. Kind of just tried to storm through the story now, but since I've started playing it now, I'm doing a lot of the side stuff and just exploring and hunting and being enjoying the western side of it, which I guess doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Marston's story because he's kind of in a hurry, but I'm just having fun screwing around with it.
Yeah. It's amazing they have power out here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Merca.
Mm. When does the game start? I forget. It's like 1860s, is it?
No, it takes place in 1911, and then it continues on to 1914. Only a couple of years.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was before then.
Nope. Well, because I don't know if the beginning is 1910.
Because that's at the very end of the Wild West stage.
You can get it is very, very at the end. And
Because
that was one of the plot things, especially because you can get the 1911 Colt in this game. So,
I can imagine because the West was during the Civil War, which was the 1860s, and then the 1870s, 1880s. By the 1890s, and then getting into the 20th century, the West was pretty much won at that point.
Yeah,
conquered and tamed for the most part.
It's first decade of the 1900s. Because one of the very beginning of the game, they're taking like a Model T off of a boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, very early 1900s.
Would you ever drive a Model T if you had the chance?
Yeah, I'm assuming I'd have to be taught because it's not really your traditional
just to have a stick
gas and brake and clutch and all that. It's like you gotta let me just throttle Magneto here real quick and squish the do-bob or whatever.
Get the Bloombus.
Yeah, the Bloombus.
I looked in Top Gear when they get in the Model T and they go to start it up. It's like, be very careful when you start it up because this has broken 14 people's wrists. And they both back away from it.
Yeah.
What's your horse doing?
I don't know. He's just looking regal, I guess. Yeah, you got it. Look at this guy. Anyway, so I guess Rockstar's, the money suck that is GTA Online is starting to taper off a bit or starting to decline. I can only imagine that's why they've sort of announced this now. They're trying to. They have announced that this game is going to have a very involved online component.
I'm just looking up to see if I have when this game takes place. I can't seem to see anything.
And it wouldn't, I've read a couple things, seen a couple things about people saying that it doesn't really make much sense from a marketing standpoint to introduce two different platforms that both sort of have these microtransactions, especially sort of large microtransactions that GTA Online sort of requires. You're basically then just dividing your platform, so there's no real reason to have two at the same time. So why not wait until one of them is starting to taper off, and then right when it's starting to go downhill, you can introduce the second one to keep that money train going. And that seems to be sort of what they're doing. That's probably why they've waited a couple of years. And that sort of thinking, I guess, allows, we're making X number of $100 million per quarter. Why release a new game now?
Yeah.
And why start dividing our player base? So it makes sense for Rockstar to maybe Red Dead was done, from a we could ship this now standpoint last year.
Yeah.
And they have just been
sitting on it.
Yeah, well, the couple of podcasts I've seen, they talked about why wouldn't they say, well, this is a list of nice to haves. R.I.P. my throat. A list of nice to haves, but our cycle doesn't really allow for us to devote any time to them. Now that we've got GTA Online giving all us money per quarter, maybe we can say, let's not release Red Dead this year. Maybe we'll wait a year or 2 years and start working on these cool things and actually put them in the game. And then when we announce it, we can go like, we have this thing, and everyone goes, oh my God, Rockstar, you're amazing at everything.
Yeah.
And we'll have some cool side content or extra content. I can only hope that that's what they're planning on doing.
It'd be cool. So, I'd like to see the game take place around the same time as the Civil War, and you can choose to get involved in it or not. You know what I mean? Or maybe at the beginning. It probably
will. I guess depending on if it actually takes place or is actually about the Williamson gang, it would take place probably in the 1880s. I'm gonna guess. So I don't know how involved with at least the fallout of the Civil War that
would be the fallout, because the Civil War was over at that point. But I mean, we're still dealing with America's still dealing with the fallout of the Civil War now.
But it is very much going to be about the South. At least from the leaks that we've seen of the map, there's a place that's basically New Orleans in the game. So I can only assume it's like super South.
Yeah.
So
as opposed to super West.
Yeah.
And man, that guy's got a cool hat.
From the cool map leaks that I've seen, it looks like
dude's having a hard go of it.
Yeah. The game takes place in like up in this region where it doesn't currently go at the moment, but a lot of the leaked maps contain the Tall Trees and Great Plains region of this game. So I guess I don't know if this would have a plot point later on in the game, or
I forgot Rio Bravo was in this game.
Yeah.
What was the name of that movie?
What movie? What would
John
Bruce
Wayne movie? Yeah. You know what his real name was? Marion.
What?
Marion.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's real American.
Just moving on. Another bit. Jesus. Another bit of. God damn it! Another bit of news dropped this week. The Nintendo
Switch.
All right. Before you tear into this thing, can I have my say?
Hey, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm not necessarily defending this thing. However, I think Aaron's stance on this console is going to be extraordinarily negative. I'm going to say I'm more neutral towards it, because I am not that I think this is a good or bad idea. I think that it has some potential, but I'm also a little bit wary of it for a number of reasons. So if you haven't seen it, basically what it is, it's like a tablet that you can dock in a docking station and then play with a controller as it hooks up to your TV. Or then if you want to like take it with you, you can take the gamepad with you, and I believe it has a touchscreen.
Nintendo has been asked if it has a touchscreen, and they have refused to answer yes or no.
Okay. But you can take the two. You can take the controller. Can I just show the controller for a second? So like,
it's all sweaty.
Yeah. What's this green shit on it? You can take like the controller splits down the middle, like here and here. And then you take these two parts off, and then you stick them physically on the gamepad.
Well, so if you were to take the white pieces of the phone off as the controller.
Yeah. And then stick it on so you can still control the gamepad as is. You can have the two controller halves reattach. So you can put the gamepad, there's a little stand in the gamepad that you can have it be a screen, and you can use the controller. You can use the gamepad as the controller itself. You can flip one of the controllers over and use it so like one controller becomes two, kind of. It has a there's gonna be like
Jesus.
Oh man, you're getting blipped.
I'm just riding by here. Go horse. Jesus Christ.
And yeah, I love how you're riding through, and you all of a sudden they open up, and your horse like, oh, what's that? What's going on? It's like, yeah, horse.
I don't know what the fuck is on your bed.
Broad twit out.
The Bollard twins. Broad twit. Yeah, you got it.
Beyond that, it looks. I don't know if it's doing that always online connectivity thing where it boosts its processing power if it can connect to other offline units. That would be very hard to program for. So they probably dropped that for a bad idea. Here's some things that this console needs to have in order for me to want to buy it. One, it can't be as expensive as the Wii U, because the Wii U was not powerful enough to justify that expense.
How much is the 3DS right now, the big one?
It's about I don't know. Let me look it up.
Like 200?
Yeah, I'd say that.
All right. Are you done talking about it?
No. Right. It also needs to have good third-party support. I think it is around 200. Well, you can get the base. That's for the new 3DS. The 3DS XL is about 150, and I believe you can get a regular 3DS for just 100, which is all you need. You don't need the XL or the other one.
I'm just talking about what's their flagship model right now.
Oh, it would be probably the XL, because nobody bought the new 3DS.
Yeah, because everyone already had one.
Yeah, 3DS XL. Let's check Amazon. Yeah. Jesus, that's expensive. $239 for the XL. What about the regular? Oh no, that's the new Nintendo 3DS XL.
Do they still sell the cheese wedge one?
Nope.
The 2DS.
Yeah, so the regular 3DS XL is 180. All right. About.
There's a house over here. Actually, no, I'm gonna do that later.
Anyway, sorry. It needs it needs to have good third-party support, or good support in itself. So Nintendo needs to make better Mario games, come out with a good Zelda game, come out with a Metroid game, a good Star Fox game, all the rest of the big IPs they need to come out with. Pokemon game would be nice on the system as well, and it needs to have good third-party support so we can play other games on it. Not necessarily.
And good third-party support.
Not necessarily.
Shit on the step there.
Like not necessarily a like it needs to have if it wouldn't necessarily have to run games that the PS 4 and the Xbone are gonna run, but like have it so that other developers like Ubisoft or Square Enix or EA are going to start developing games for the system, although that's probably not going to happen for a multitude of reasons. It needs to have a good battery life, like an exceptional battery life if this thing's going to be...
Like at least 2 hours.
I was gonna say at least 4 hours at the very minimum. If it had the same battery life as the 3DS, then that would be fine, because the 3DS has a pretty good battery life. It needs to have a good virtual console, and it needs to actually work. By that I mean, the Kinect is a good idea that didn't work. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff that they're doing here seems like a good idea, but it needs to work. Like it
needs to work in order for you to like it, or what? What is it? What is it?
Yeah, in order for me to buy it, it's gonna have to work right off the bat. Like it can't be like, oh, like a patch is coming out soon, or we're gonna release a new version where this actually works now. Then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna buy it. But like, if it works right away, if you can take it up and like if you're playing on the screen, then pick it up and keep going. And, like, pick it up and start keep playing with no interruption in gameplay.
Well, I would assume it's just an HDMI. When it's docked, it's just streaming from that screen to the HDMI. But
this is Nintendo we're talking about. They probably have some sort of
but I would assume that
mushroom thing.
As soon as you disconnect it, you lose that HDMI connection, and it automatically switches to the screen that's connected.
I'm assuming that's what they're doing as well. But they're probably
stop fighting, assholes. Yeah.
Jesus.
Like you think you're going? Shot your spawn too.
Just look at these two guys. We can't let anybody know we're in love, Dave. It's like, okay, if anybody comes around the corner, make it so we're fighting. Ah! And they start shoving. You're like, stop fighting, asshole.
Blow their spines out.
I loved you.
You're running so slow for, man.
Yeah, I think this has the capacity to be a good thing for Nintendo, but they have the capacity to screw it up like royally. You know, like it's obvious how they could screw it up. Like it could be a it could be too gimmicky. Like and a lot of it does seem a bit gimmicky, but I like the idea of having a console that you can just like pick up and go with you, like a branch between handheld and
yeah,
console.
okay, cool. We have one of those things. I'm gonna start tearing into this now.
All right, you can go ahead. I'm not defending this, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents.
This is a cool idea for kids, because sometimes parents make their kids do stuff and they have no choice, so they end up going with their parents somewhere and they have nothing to do, so they play their handheld. That's when you play handheld games when you're a kid. When you're an adult, and this is speaking entirely from an adult perspective now, this device makes no sense at all, because we've seen plenty of handhelds before fail because nobody wants to play a 30-hour Uncharted game on a handheld device. You don't have time to play through a long-ass adventure game on a handheld device. You want it on a big screen. Like, anytime I've ever played a game on a handheld, I said, why can't I have this on like a console or PC? Why can't I play this on a big screen? And the only reason you can't is because it's a handheld exclusive.
See, I've never. Well, I've felt that sometimes, but I like the idea of being able to like play it on the big screen and be like, I want to lie down on my couch and just have it like here and then play it for a bit.
But I mean, I've had a gaming device in my pocket, for years now, and I'm talking about my phone. I'd never play games on my phone.
Dear age shit.
The only game I've played on a phone in a long time has been Pokemon Go, and that's borderline not even a game. So
Borderlands.
That to me, a device or a system that is entirely designed around you being able to not play at your house and take your games with you, like in a car or on the road or something, it doesn't make sense to me to have the entire peripheral of your controller and the way it operates be based on that concept. Like, if I can't play a game at my house, I'm not playing a game. I'm gonna play something simple. If I have to play a game at all, it's probably gonna be like Angry Birds. It takes 2 seconds to play it, and it's meaningless.
That's a really good point, because they showed these people like in the trailer. And by the way, this trailer sucked.
Oh yeah.
What was that fucking noise? Why is every guy you come across in camp, are they just really twitchy people? Like, oh man, I hope there's no spookums. Ah, spookum! And you're like, Jesus Christ!
Hey, you don't need to suck me off there, man. Come down.
This is a terrible trailer, by the way. Like, whether or not you like you think the console is good or not, this trailer was awful.
Yeah, and that's the problem I had with it is the people you see in the trailer are like in their 30s, like mid-20s or 30s. These aren't kids that it should be marketed towards.
But you see these people out playing basketball. It's like, hey, getting up a good sweat, having a good game of basketball. You know what we should do now? Play Splatoon or whatever that game is called, or whatever it's called. Let's break out our switches. Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's stop this fun kinetic game of basketball and play our fucking game consoles.
Yeah, and they even showed like some MLG stuff there, but the MLG stuff they showed was people just sitting in a room. Like, why can't they just have computers?
I don't know.
It also makes no sense. And I can only imagine the controllers clip onto the sides. If you're doing that a lot, taking them off and putting them back on and clipping them on and doing all this all the time, the screen goes down in the middle. Yeah. I can only imagine someone playing it and then the screen just drops out between the two controllers and shatters on the ground.
I did like how you could play it on a plane, though. I thought that was pretty cool.
Play a laptop on a plane.
That's true.
Like, and they're talking about gaming peripherals. The Razer just released a new Razer Blade. It's like, it's a really expensive laptop, but it has a 1080 in it. Like, it can play.
Does it?
Yeah, and it's Jesus. Not a 1080M. Apparently, NVIDIA doesn't make it the M anymore. It's just a straight up 1080 inside of this Razer. The guy I'm good buddies with, the
horse's leg is twitching there a bit.
Yeah, the Track IR guys. Track IR guys were testing one, and he was telling me about. Oh god! Oh, am I not dead? Oh, okay, no, I died. It was a blind dip.
I bet the horse saw that first. He's like, Master, why?
All right.
And we're back.
Thanks for that, Adam. Unnecessary cut.
Yep.
He had to let out a nasty fart. Anyway, so yeah, there are other peripherals. This isn't like there's mobile gaming, there's laptop gaming. If people wanted to play a game on the go, there's been avenues for that for decades.
Do you think Nintendo would have been wiser for Nintendo just to quit being an asshole and release a lot of their stuff on the PC and try to generate revenue that way? From if they
yeah, probably.
Like, what if all their new games came out on Steam as well? I mean, nobody would buy their console, but then they wouldn't have to develop money into making a console anymore. They could just say, yeah, we're just going to be a developer now, not necessarily a console manufacturer.
Yeah, I mean, all they do is make the same fucking games over and over, so probably.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there's always these announcements when you see
that was a strange looking deer.
Yeah, baby, I had to shoot it somehow. Yeehaw.
Stomp on its head.
Yeah. Pretty much like the day of that you see the, new Nintendo console coming out, and then under that is new Mario coming out for new Nintendo console. Like, oh, really? Oh, really? They're making a new Mario game for this console? Wow. Really? I wouldn't have expected Nintendo to make a new Mario game for this new platform.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, here's something else to consider. The Wii U is the worst Nintendo console because it is the only Nintendo console that didn't get an a Zelda game.
That's what makes it bad?
For it. Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from everything else that's wrong with it.
Also, I don't know how, we've brought up a few of these topics already in our sort of group chat where we bring up all this stuff, and share links and stuff. Who the fuck is this
Jesus,
guy?
there's a guy there.
Oh, he's going to tell me to find fucking flowers. I'm just going to shoot him in the head.
I just love the idea of this guy being like, howdy there, stranger. I'm looking for the periwinkle blue. It's a rare flower around here, but my wife sure does love them. She's dying, you see, of consumption, and
blast away. Another one of those super echoey things.
You just see away on some farmstead, you just like, oh man, I hope my husband comes home to me soon, and then...
Oh. Wonder what that was. John, did that you?
Any minute now, he's going to return with my life-saving medicine.
What the fuck is he going on with? Oh, gather.
Are you going to shoot him?
No, it's a side mission. I'll do it. It's fine. Get something out of it. I was just going to say, I bet I can collect more flowers than you in less time. No, fuck you. So,
how many times do you think that was done in the Wild West? Just some guy would like, I bet I can shoot more horses than you in an hour. He's like, I got 3 horses.
Go save, I guess. I don't know when did this? How much money do I have? Can I see? Okay, so I don't know how.
You just go to the store and get flowers.
Buy it. Here you go, a bouquet. So, all right.
I picked them myself. It comes with a pot.
The medium at which the games come available for this. Are they gonna? You think they're gonna be cartridges like 3DS?
No, they're 3DS cartridges. That was shown in the trailer.
Cards? Okay, and
which is gonna be very hard to develop for.
What's the size on those? How much space?
Well, I'm assuming if it's an SD card, it can be as big as an SD.
So they're kind of like they are just SD cards. Right?
Basically, yes.
So you can have like 64, 128.
Yeah.
Although those are kind of expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, alright, so I guess there's maybe, assuming there's no size restriction, we'll give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt on that one. A lot of games require some amount of online connection to download either data or update things or be connected, sort of pseudo multiplayer.
Yeah.
What was that about?
No, I coughed.
They were going to do a bit or something.
No.
So... Assuming that this device has...
Don't you like to go to sleep with all your guns strapped on you?
Yeah, just have Bandolier digging into your back.
He rolls over. Jesus Christ! Blows a hole in his fucking wall.
I don't know my gun.
Also, what a shit of a house he lives in.
Where's my horse? I tied it up. Fucking stupid ass horse shot off over there. Come on. Come on. Cocksucking horse. So, assuming some games for this, third-party support EA and all that, and Bethesda. Well, I guess maybe not Bethesda.
Those rains shot in your hand. Like Spider-Man the rains.
Yeah. Let me go to one of my favorite viewpoints.
Oh, right on.
I think it's up here. It's been a long time since I played this, but
wow.
Give it a second. Okay. How is playing games on the go going to work in this? Like, will it have Wi-Fi? Is it going to use cellular data? How does multiplayer going to work?
They have not said.
If you're playing on the go, does that mean you can't play multiplayer? You need to play solo?
Well, presumably, I mean, the 3DS has Wi-Fi and infrared. So I'm assuming it would have access, Wi-Fi. It would be. Can you imagine this console coming out? It's like, yeah, there's going to be no Wi-Fi capabilities. You have to use a landline.
Yeah. Well. That right there is going to cut down your third-party support. Because, good luck with that.
You see a bunch of people walking along with like a big spool of Ethernet cable.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I can't see how this is going to work.
What I'm most interested in? To see Skyrim come out on a fucking SD card.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But the 3DS market works because I think they're smaller games. Oh man, it's a boar. Oh, it's attacking me. Oh, I'm using the wrong button. Okay.
Oh man, that dude helped you.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
You're gonna shoot him, aren't you?
I was trying to skin the animal, and then you think you're skinning that? Oh, okay, you fucked off, right? Well, again, the 3DS works because it's smaller games, handheld device. Everyone kind of, there's a separation of handheld devices. But when you think of a in-home console, suddenly that's a different level. That's a different tier of gaming. So now you're suddenly competing with everything else on the market. You're competing with the Xbox again now. This isn't a 3DS versus Xbox. This is Nintendo versus Xbox, which, isn't an unheard of comparison. Everyone compares whatever new consoles come out with all the new consoles.
We're doing a bit of a Mary Poppins there.
Yeah, the horse don't care about that. I'll do a little bit of a...
By the way,
I think this is it up here.
I love the idea of in the trailer. I don't know if you saw the part where one is the dude goes on a flight, flies, and comes back and goes into his apartment. He got on a plane for no reason. It's like, all right, and here we're flying around the city, and we're down.
Yeah, basically, what they're saying with this console is that now you can play Nintendo games on the go.
But we could.
But like actual, like decent,
good job.
Actual decent graphics. Like the 3DS looks terrible.
That is a really nice view.
Yeah, and you got the dam there and the waterfall.
Yeah. Waterfall looks good.
Yeah, water actually looks pretty good in this game. I like it. Imagine it's on PC. It'd be so awesome.
It's not coming out for PC though.
I know. It'd at least be 1080. Though there will be some people that say you can currently play it on PC now with PlayStation Now, but that's like $50 every 3 months. So eat a dick. Anyway, I don't know. We're moving on from this now. I've lost interest in Nintendo a long time ago, and this console doesn't really market it to me in any way. There are a few things that it could do that would make me like it, and it would be that if Nintendo introduced, like a free, unlimited cellular package so that you could play multiplayer games anywhere in the world with anybody at any time, I would be very interested in that. But I know they're not going to do that. They're just like, I'll just play offline games. Fuck you. We're Nintendo. We have new Mario games. So that's what'll end up happening.
I hate Mario. I like Luigi. I despise Mario. What's that dude running for?
I don't know. What are you running away for? Anyone shooting at you?
You're getting chased by birds, apparently.
Damn. Alright, let's move on. So, DDSO attacks.
Oh, man.
OS attacks.
See, I was at work all day, so I didn't really hear about this till I got home. So, what's the story?
And I got up at lunchtime, so neither did I. Although I was on Twitter, and Twitter was down, and I was on a few other things. Horse! Oh, my Jesus.
Can I tell you about a funny thing that happened then when we first played this game way back in the day? My friend, I gave the controller to my friend he's kind of an animal lover and a vegetarian because of it. And the first thing he did, one of the first things he did was he accidentally shot his horse and killed it. So I was like, oh no. And then he went. And the next thing he did is it came up with a button prompt. So he did it immediately. And he skinned the horse. And he got really horrified. I was like, oh my god! Because he's like, oh, I wonder what I'm doing. Am I gonna heal the horse? And just like,
did this game make him a vegetarian?
No, he was a vegetarian long before that.
Oh, that's too bad. That would've been funny as hell. Too bad you can't skin people. That'd be great.
Just a bit of fucking body horror.
I don't know.
That's a big bird too.
I don't mind.
Pretty low-flying hawks in this game.
I don't mind. Could be a vulture. Could be a vulture.
It could be a vulture.
There are a lot of dead things around here. I don't mind shooting animals in this game, but I don't like shooting wild horses specifically. Like if it's, I won't really kill domesticated horses or like enemy horses. I don't deliberately aim at them. If they get caught in the crossfire, then fuck it. That was a hawk.
Well, the two birds landed right now on top of each other.
Oh.
Oh no, they didn't.
Well, yeah, there's no one here. But I really don't like killing wild. Oh, it was a vulture. Wild horses.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something about it. I don't know what the difference between there is, but
see, I don't like shooting dogs in games.
Well, I won't shoot dogs either. But of the animals that you can kill to get valuable skins,
yeah,
horses is one of them, or are one of them. And I don't know. I feel bad doing it, but I still do it. Doesn't prevent me from doing it.
There's a bit of glitching there when it comes to getting on your horse.
It's a 6-year-old game, Adam.
True. Is it? Yeah. It is 6 years old. Wow.
I mean, you wouldn't say by the look of it. It
no.
looks like modern game. You're like, oh, this is fucking shitty animation, but it's old.
This looks like about as good as like,
Still very impressed with a lot of the visual effects in this.
Well, a lot of the visual effects look like they're shoot that fucking rabbit.
Lock on to work because fucking using an analog stick to aim. Fuck that.
This is dirty.
Little brown blood. The horse all the way over there. Come on.
A lot of this game, a lot of it reminds me a little bit of Final Fantasy 15, and that's not a good thing, because a game that's coming out this year should not remind me of a 10-year-old or 6-year-old game when it comes to graphics.
Well, it just.
I don't know if this is strange to you.
Look at the muscles moving around on the horse leg. Look at that. Yeah. And even just the shader of the fur. Like, look at that. Looks awesome.
We're at the same time period now, in terms of the passage of this decade as 2006 was for that era. But it doesn't feel like, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like we're halfway through this decade.
Very drawing the same conclusion that I was. I was drawing this conclusion or comparison earlier because I'm playing this and I'm also kind of playing Mafia 3 right now. That this game's time period to Mafia 3 is very close to the same time between Mafia 3 and present day.
Yeah.
So it's like you get to see the 3 jumps back in time. It's really cool to see the distance, especially considering they kind of take place in similar regions.
Yeah.
Similar region of
Did you know
America.
Did you know that the difference in time between, or there is less time between when the T-Rex lived and when the pyramids were built than there was when the T-Rex lived and when the Stegosaurus lived, because it was 100 million years between those two animals, but it's only been 65 million years between the T-Rex and the pyramids.
Oh,
that's crazy. Dinosaurs live for a long time.
Kind of assume, I guess Jurassic Park kind of removes that from you, but you always assume that the dinosaurs were all together.
Well, to be fair, that was mostly Cretaceous Park.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like they had different periods of animals all living together,
Yeah.
Like I feel like even in a very controlled ecosystem, that would start fucking shit apart, would it not?
Yep. It'd be like having a
Oh man, Bambi's 7.
It'd be like
Jesus, calm down. Fucking hell.
It'd be like having a wild, like a zoo, and in the zoo, right next to the elephants would be like, a T-Rex. You know what I mean? Like it would be that level of difference.
Yeah. Well, there's always like a top dog, and if you have multiple top dogs, I think that fucks whatever your park is apart. Oh my god, this thing. Anyway, back to the DDoS stuff. It took down a lot of big websites like Instagram, Twitter, Reddit was down.
I'm pretty sure that the wiki for Titanfall also went down, which was pretty big.
Oh man, yeah, that's the biggest one. I was top of the list. I don't exactly know what the cause was. There were a bunch of hackers that sort of introduced or incited the attacks. I don't know why or what they were trying to do.
Because they're assholes, I'm assuming?
I guess they're just assholes, yeah. But kind of interesting that
How long were they down for?
It was, I think, an hour, a couple hours. And I think
that's pretty big.
Like straight up down, I think it might have been an hour. But then they were still recovering for a few hours after that to get everything else back online.
That's still a lot of time for big websites like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah,
like
to
that.
be down. And one of the I have a store on my own website, and that was down for a while. I got an email from saying we're like a lot of storefronts and stuff that were shut down because of this. It's like that now they're losing an hour's worth of business when. That could be millions of dollars for some large.
Well, I mean,
places.
like just a simple website like ThinkGeek, which isn't even that big of a retailer. But if their site goes down for an hour, how many sales is that?
Yeah. So especially, I don't know. I guess it's probably prime time somewhere in the world, but that's interesting that that was on the go. So I think everything is back online now, but I think it'll probably be a little while before we figure out all the details about it. We got a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer.
Do you think that the guys behind it were 400 pounds and lying on their bed, like Trump says? Because he knows cyber really well.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he knows cyber really well.
Yeah, yeah. Grab him by the, I don't know, the something that begins with P that they would like. Yeah, I don't know. Grab him by the popcorn or something.
Anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, we got a little teaser for it.
Looks.
I'm quite happy with the way that movie's looking. I think they should use a different song.
Should try and find a bear.
A bear?
Yeah.
I have to go to Tall Trees for that, which I don't think I can go to right now, actually.
No?
Yeah, I think, why don't you let me set a waypoint up there? You can go to here, and there's the raft going up there is not connected at the moment because of plot reasons.
Yeah.
I'll go over there anyway, try. So yeah, what do you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. More of the same, really, which is what I wanted.
Yeah. I don't know if Nebula's a good guy in this one now. Like,
Is Nebula in it?
Yes, she is in it.
Okay.
I
didn't catch her in the
I don't know if Thanos. I think she might have been in it briefly.
Okay.
I don't know if Thanos kind of told her to fuck off in the last movie, and now she's kind of a good guy.
Well,
or
she
if she's
betrayed
still a
him.
villain. Yeah. So I don't know if that.
I can't imagine he takes kindly to betrayal.
Yeah.
There's he's called the Mad Titan for a reason.
And yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's been a little while since I saw the movie anyway, but I thought there was a bit something sour about the two of them. So I assume she's a good guy now. I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I like Karen Gillan.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that's Karen Gillan.
Yeah. Had to shave off all her hair for that.
Did she?
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, she's bald.
Yeah, but I
has a
thought that
lot
might
of
have been
hair.
like, I don't know, like
No, she was bald for a while.
shame.
Yep. And a little bit tidbit. Elite Dangerous 2.2 is coming out on tomorrow for when this video comes out. It comes out on October 25th, which is awesome.
What's getting updated?
Well, the 2.2 we played it a couple weeks ago. The beta, the 2.2 beta, and they've added a couple of things since then and tweaked a couple other things and kind of refined that. But basically, that update now is going live, so everybody who owns the game can get it. Or everybody who owns Horizons can get it. Everyone who owns the base game will get 1.7, which includes a lot of the same data, but obviously not the planetary stuff, and all the new ships and stuff will not be included in that. So I'm looking forward to that very much so. The Last Guardian, Adam, remember that game?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't
that game that was canceled a couple of years ago?
And then not canceled, and then canceled, and not canceled.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you moved the mic around a lot when you're talking there. That's good. So, oh, god damn it.
What? What'd you do?
I didn't start recording on the fucking camera.
Did we lose what?
I didn't record it. It wasn't recorded.
We've been going for an hour!
We don't need to keep going. We just won't have a video for most of this podcast. That's fine.
And you got angry at me for hitting the mic.
I started it and then stopped it because I had to adjust it.
Watch this.
Yeah, well, I can cut it out when you're not talking, but when you're saying something important and there's jiggling going on, it's a pain in the ass. There's a lot of things I gotta manage, man.
That's true.
I gotta manage the audio, I gotta manage the fucking topics list and the camera and make sure everything's set up. My apologies, everybody, for the shit quality of this podcast, but you will have some amount of minutes of video. We are indeed embodied this week. So the first 50 odd minutes would not suggest.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, Last Guardian was gold. I lost all my interest in doing this podcast.
Last Guardian has gone gold.
Who gives a fuck?
No one really, because that game looks like shit, to be honest.
It does. It looks like a game that would look good on the PS2.
Come on, where's this fucking horse at?
So
I'm pretty sure. 9 years. It must have been developed for the PS2 at some point.
Yeah, it must have been.
And then they just added some shadows or something.
It looks terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of those games, I think it's just Sony games or just Japanese games. I don't know what it is about it, but there's a certain element to those games that just lack contrast, and it makes them look really flat.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's a little jarring, I guess. I don't know. Yes, I can't go this way. Well, I can. Oh, all right. There you go.
So, I can't remember what's next summer.
My Summer Car game I mentioned a few weeks ago is now entering early access.
They look good.
Kind of cool. I like the detail and the fact that you can completely take apart the engines of cars.
Yeah.
That's what I like about that. Or even put them together but do it wrong and have it not work properly. Oh, now I'm back here again.
Yeah.
And the Screen Actors Guild, the voice actors section for video games, are now on strike. They have refused the final offer from.
Well, what's the backstory of this? So they're like.
Well, there's been a lot of this going on for a while.
Yeah.
They've been on the outs for fair pay and safe working conditions and all that for a long time. And they outlined a number of different companies involved: Activision, Take-Two, EA.
Yeah.
There's a few other you can actually read on the Screen Actors Guild website and the post they made. There's a quote here that I thought was interesting. They said the SAG-AFTRA has gone to the negotiations table with the serious concerns affecting voiceovers and stunt performers. It's time for video game employers to take our concerns seriously and negotiate a modern contract based on actor safety, industry precedent, and best practices. So obviously a large number of voice actors in the Screen Actors Guild find that the conditions are unfair or unsafe or a combination of both. And that's unfortunate because there's a lot of talent in the industry, and
half of them are on Critical Role.
And I don't know if they mentioned it last night on Critical Role because I kind of missed the beginning a little bit and I was a little bit distracted in between.
Are any of them striking?
I don't know. I don't know if I assume they're involved in the Screen Actors Guild. I don't know why they wouldn't be because they're literally in everything. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they can come to some sort of agreement soon. Activision and EA, stop being stupid ass moguls and pay your actors fairly. So a little bit on a different topic there. ESA has launched their Mars orbiter and they were about to land on Mars this past week, and they fucked up. So they lost contact with the lander, and
are they going to send Curiosity after it?
There were actually some posts about that because it's the European Space Association. Some people were saying that NASA should have the Curiosity blast born in the USA and just drive by the crash site. Because NASA has located, I think it was just within 2 days, NASA has located the crash site of the ESA's lander. And so I don't know how far away it is from Curiosity, but that would be pretty fucking funny.
I love the idea of Curiosity just driving over, like, finally a new friend. You just see the lander just like, no, my loneliness continues.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's actually broken or they just lost contact with it and it did something wrong there, and so I got hard to tell. I haven't really read it fully into it, but I just know that they lost contact and it was a cause of concern whether or not they could salvage it and continue the message.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Considering it's a very long way away.
I think it was done in preparations for tests to actually get like manned missions up there, and it's a good sign that they crashed the thing that's supposed to be a test. So it's good.
So don't do that anymore.
Yeah, don't crash the thing.
Yeah.
Don't do it wrong. Stop fucking it up. Gears of War, Adam.
Oh.
You wanted to talk about this last week?
Nah. Sorry.
What did you want to mention?
I just want to mention it was coming out.
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
Speaking of Laura Bailey,
haven't had a chance to play it yet. Because it's very expensive right now, and I don't like Gears of War enough to justify $80.
Yeah, I don't really like Gears of War all that much.
can't be bothered. I find the story is very boring. They took Karen Travis to come in to punch up the lore. So, there we go.
Yeah, and then didn't they... Is that all canon now?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
So good for her.
The fucking birds.
Like Karen Travis. This is satisfying kind of the gunshot.
Oh, that's a cool shot.
Yeah.
What a quality 90th podcast we've had so far this week. Anyway, I mentioned this earlier in the podcast. Samsung pulled a GTA video which showed a mod which replaced the sticky bombs in the game with the Samsung Note 7. Galaxy Note 7 or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they pulled it because it was a copyright thing, but apparently the guy's response was that it was a parody and was entirely in his right to show this parody.
I would classify that as a parody.
And so anyway, he said if they do not allow to reinstate his video or reimburse him for the time that he has lost for this video being down, because apparently this video pulled in over 1 million views and he's been paid for none of it, he's going to sue Samsung so that he can get the money that he deserves. Because I think that makes perfect fucking sense. Because Samsung maybe don't make phones that blow up, and when someone makes fun of it, that's parody. I mean, they never pulled down our podcast last week in which we made fun of their shitty ass phones for exploding.
Yeah, but nobody watches our podcast.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's
which is a reason I'm not too terribly upset that we lost an hour.
Immunity through anonymity.
That should be the name of our podcast.
We're immune to all kinds of rape jokes and race jokes and copyright nonsense. We can have all the copyright music we want because no one gives a fuck.
Cue Darude Sandstorm!
Oh, God. And the last thing that we got on this list here is the hardware sales have suffered for yet another month for the consoles of Xbox and PlayStation. And
so they just haven't been selling many.
They have not been selling. There's been a 25% decrease in sales this month over last year, September's month last year.
It's not surprising.
But considering the PS4 has launched the PS4 Slim, Xbox has still outsold PlayStation, despite it being at a much, much lower rate than it was last year.
Yeah. I think the Xbox, because everybody said the PlayStation was going to win this console race, but I don't know. The Xbox One is coming back now.
Yeah, it's definitely redeeming itself in sales, but I think the biggest issue here,
Jesus,
the biggest issue here, oh God, I almost shot into the water again. For these consoles,
can you imagine running into some dude trying to shoot him like, hang on, I can't get my gun. Meanwhile, your horse runs off a cliff. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, the downside I think for this month specifically in sales compared to last year is we know what Sony and Microsoft are doing next.
Yeah,
they're working on is that a raccoon or a fucking massive squirrel?
I don't know.
I guess it's a
He
raccoon.
shot about 15 feet that way.
Yeah. What is this? Oh, is it a fox maybe? What is this?
I have no idea.
Fucking skin it, man. Come on. Yeah, like we know they're working on Scorpio. We know Sony's working on the PS4 Pro. Don't be surprised that you're losing. Oh, it was a fox. Don't be surprised that you're losing money on these.
What did you hit it with? Like an anti-tank round?
It's called a volcanic pistol is what it is. I don't know what the fuck what the gun is.
Ooh, there's another fox.
It's a coyote or something I just heard.
No, that was a fox. Oh no, it is a coyote.
It's a mountain lion. Fucking Jesus Christ. This is a cougar.
Yeah.
Fucking God. Skin. That's good.
Oh, this thing's been stalking you all day. Sees you shoot the fox, like,
shit.
I can take it now. And then it runs at you, you just turn around.
Go now. Oh shit, he sees me. Keep going. What do I do? So yeah, maybe don't be surprised when people don't buy your shit because they're waiting for the other thing that you're doing.
Maybe don't announce the new.
Don't announce it.
Don't announce the new thing until you're ready to like actually put it up on sale. You know.
Yeah. You think maybe Microsoft forced Sony's hand because they were like, we're making Scorpio.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Sony was like, well, here's an actual console. It's not out yet though, so buy this tiny ass thing that does the same thing you already own.
Instead of creating a console, they're actually buying a constellation?
Like, there it is. Like, oh, wow, great. $600 for that.
Every time you look up, somebody from Microsoft takes $600 out of your pocket. Like, yoink.
Yeah.
You take that back.
Yeah, like the buy property on the moon or whatever nonsense that was.
My cousin owns a star.
Shaking my mic around.
It's the star is, I think,
they don't own the star.
25 million light years away or something. I'm like, oh man, you can go visit.
25 million.
I love the idea of going to an.
It's like a galaxy that's 10 galaxies away from the one we're in.
Yeah. I love the idea of going to of that planet, that solar system, and like just towing the star away, and the people on the planet are like, hey, whoa, what are you doing? And it's like, sorry, I own this. And then you hand them the deed. He's like, well, shit, I guess.
Sorry, this is John's. Ah, fuck. Nah, you don't own anything when you do that. Like, I've seen a couple things, even just on the Elite Dangerous Reddit, where people are like, my girlfriend bought me a star for my birthday, and I can't find it in this catalog. Where is it? It's like, sorry, bro, you don't own shit. Like, it's not named after you at all. It's fucking whatever the fucking catalog guy that did it. What's my thing? Collect 2 plants and return to it. Oh, fucking.
Shoot him.
If you go get 2 plants, and I'll get them from you. I wonder if he'll run to a flower and I can just rob it right out from under his nose. Oh yeah, I can. Haha. He's running to one right there. Like that, it's like a million flowers here. We're like, oh, damn it, you already got that one. All right, where's the other one? Where's the next one? God damn.
Also, just remember what you're doing. You are 2 grown men running after flowers.
Yeah. Oh man, he's hauling Krev now.
Shoot him in the leg.
Oh, I will shoot him if he's gonna win. I get my $15 back somehow. Oh,
I'm gonna win.
where is it?
You should probably clue up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
What?
I just didn't fucking.
Oh, that's all right.
Didn't fucking start the goddamn camera. I know, but it pisses me off more than it pisses you off, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit.
Where am I running? Where the fuck is the marker? Is there a marker? Oh yeah, it's the yellow thing. Is there a yellow thing on the map?
Yep. Left.
It's behind the B.
He's gonna win.
Nah. Yeah, well, you know, that's this week.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff, actually, yeah.
Now
US attacks. You get the Red Dead announcement. I mean, that's a big one.
Nintendo was another big one.
Yeah.
2 big movie. Oh, we didn't talk about Wolverine. Logan.
Oh yeah, we kind of brought that up too. Yeah, it looks, again, you know,
it's based off of Old Man
I think
Logan.
it actually looks pretty. It looks pretty good. You know, obviously they're gonna wrap it up. I made the distinction that it was. I don't want to lose my honor though. I'll just run him over in the horse.
Here's your $30, stranger. Thank you.
Alright. I want to eat shit there. I would clip my legs on that.
Of you right away is like, take that, you asshole. And he hits horse hits a fence. You're catapulted. You start making the grape stomping lady noise.
Oh man, its wing is stuck in here. That's a big ass wing. Fucking Jesus.
2 feathers.
Yeah, I made the distinction that it was like a Last of Us film or something because you had that little girl. And
yeah. Well, it's based off of the comics book Old Man Logan, and I believe Old Man Logan.
It's literally called that.
Yeah, and Old Man Logan is very similar to Last of Us, although it did come out first.
Also, I saw someone playing Last of Us on Twitch. I cannot distinguish Ellie's voice from Ashley Johnson out at all. It's just like I just picture Pike from Critical Role. Like, oh, it's Pike.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that she voiced Ellie.
Yeah. Or Blind Spot, which is
she's great.
Yeah, she's a nice human.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know how I feel about that film. It looks good, but then again, I don't give a fuck about X-Men because those movies suck.
This looks to be a very standalone X-Men movie, though.
Yeah, and, the Wolverine films have kind of been okay, but it's kind of got a bit of a whiff of Batman about it. Like, fuck off making Wolverine films and focus on other characters. Like, if other X-Men had their standalone films, I wouldn't mind so much about this, but it's like, X-Men and a Wolverine film, X-Men and a Wolverine film, X-Men and another Wolverine film. Like, do something else.
Yeah.
Make a fucking Jean Grey film or something.
I'd like to see a Shadowcat film.
Or whatever that is, or a Gambit movie. Like, do something else. I don't know why he gets all the fucking attention in the universe, especially now that he's not going to be doing it anymore after this film, so whatever. Anyway,
I like the idea of this being his last ride as Wolverine.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like that kind of film too. It's like he's old and he doesn't give a fuck about this stuff anymore.
Yeah, I think you know what to do to end this video.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
The horse won't let me do it.
Oh well.
Hang on, let me get a run up.
You okay?
I had remnants of a fucking flu or a cold or something that I had a couple of weeks ago. Or I swallowed spit the wrong way.
Nya, horse, nya.
Alright, come on. Oh, okay. That was kind of lackluster. Hey, come on.
Is the horse dead?
Come on. Stupid ass horse won't come to me.
I'm pretty sure you killed it.
Nah, that's fine. I'll get some flowers.
Alright, talk to you later.
Thanks for watching the 5 minutes of video cam we had this week.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a treat. Maybe you got to see the whole game screen this week.
Ooh. Or
maybe. Put a positive spin on it. We'll see you next time.